We have Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton joining us live tonight. Congressman, thanks for your time. If you could please just talk about what you saw and heard during the hearings tonight that really stood out to you and that may or may not be a difference maker.
Well, of course, much of it brought back the experience that I had myself being there on January 6th. But I think what was so revealing about tonight's testimony was the degree to which Donald Trump and his inner circle knew that without question, he had lost. He had lost the election. There was no question about fraud or legal recourse. It was all over. And yet he continued lying to the American people, continued lying so much that he fomented an insurrection, and continued lying so much so that a huge chunk of Americans still believe today the big lie that he actually won.
Congressman, do you think with so much attention focused on the actions of former President Trump that it feels sort of like a trial? And how are Republicans or the former president represented by this panel of 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans?
Well, I mean, one thing we've learned is that there are a lot of other Republicans involved. In fact, some of my Republican colleagues sought presidential pardons. They knew that they had violated the law, so much so that they begged for pardons from the president. But at the same time, a lot of this does come from Donald Trump. And we live in a country where everybody should be held accountable to the law, where you don't get exceptions because you're in high office. I think the proceedings tonight are in part to explain to the American people what happened so that it doesn't happen again. But they're also in part legal proceedings. I mean, the committee is presenting a case because what happened here was breaking the law.
Okay, Representative Seth Moulton of the Commonwealth's 6th Congressional District, thanks for your time tonight. We'll talk again soon.